stand up in front of people and give presentations, at least yet. Generally, my setting is having coffee, having lunch with a husband and wife, or a man or a woman in their business environment, in a conference room, coming to talk about the work that we do, and them giving us money.
Okay.
So it's generally one-on-one. Sometimes it can be 4 or 5 people in the room that are listening, but it's a small setting, and I'm not in front of a podium.
Okay, that's all right. Just use that as pretend that's a table.
Sure. So our ability to speak out in the open about our religious beliefs is under threat. And our ability to express our religious beliefs out in the open is under threat. I think we can all agree on that. Unfortunately, we've been muzzled for decades and told that we cannot speak about our religious beliefs in the open. But there's an opportunity. And at Beckett, we have an opportunity to, over the next 2 years, given the current administration, to take advantage and set precedent, giving the changing composition of the courts. And by the courts, I mainly mean the circuit courts, the lower courts, that hear about 90% of the cases in our country. The Supreme Court only hears about 2% of the cases, but they get the majority of the headlines. So the current administration is changing the composition of the courts to a more conservative nature. That is where the majority of law gets set, and it has precedent on all the lower courts in our country. And we do have a unique strategy at Beckett that we believe can set precedent for the years to come. That's it.
Okay.
Generally, and can I take a step back real quick?
Uh-huh.
When I sit down, I'm not generally talking. I actually just listen.
Listen, right.
And because what happens is there's an executive, let's say he's got 4 kids at home, and the kid comes home and he says, I can't say the Pledge of Allegiance at school anymore. They told me I can't do it. And now that guy's enraged. So he sort of feels that story. He'll tell that story.
Right.
So I'll be able to sort of relate to that.
Right, and I can completely see that. And so I think, the opportunity there is then to say, you're not alone. We hear from families all the time. We hear from the community leaders all the time that our ability to speak out in the open about our religion is under threat. I'd always be careful, even if it's one-on-one, or if you were especially if you're speaking in front of a group of people, to say, I think we can all agree on that. Because what you're inviting this cynic like me in the back of the room to go, I don't agree on that. I don't agree on that at all. I think this is exactly the way it should be. So rather than assume, many of us feel strongly, or many of us agree on that. I think we can all agree on that. Or many people come to us and tell us this all the time. Just find a different way to phrase that.
Okay.
Because I got really hung up on that.
Okay.
That invites me to disagree with you, even if I were inclined to agree with you up until that point.
If it's a one-on-one situation, I've always looked at it as my role to make sure that person knows that I'm on the same team. I feel the same feelings they do.
Right, and I think that's fine. And,
Okay.
And it's not really about you personally anyway, right? It's about Beckett. At Beckett we see this too. And I certainly, I might start with Beckett and then bring it to me.
Okay.
But I know that your individual relationship with them is going to be the thing that pulls them forward and gets them involved. And I don't want to minimize that in these conversations. But, it's also not just you agreeing with them, but all of Beckett.
Well, you're absolutely right. They're not giving money to Beckett because of me.
Well, but they might. Some people do. Those personal
They better like me. If they hate
Yeah.
me, they may not, right? But the truth of the matter is they're giving money to Beckett in the cause, not the individual.
Yeah. So I think I can see why this is hard for you to role play this exercise, because those one-on-one conversations are different. But when you go into a one-on-one conversation, this is for everybody, whether it's an interview or a conversation with a client or whatever, you can approach it with the same thought process as a presentation. You can think, what is the one thing I need for this person I'm meeting with to walk away? And how can I make that incredibly clear, even in a casual conversational way? How can I introduce that topic wherever the conversation goes? And how can I frame what I'm talking about in a way that connects with them? And you can use this technique in meetings. You know, a lot of times people start meetings with an agenda, but you can start the meeting with a strong open that says, you know, we meet every week, but this week, if we don't make critical decisions about what's going on with TSA, we are going to have a crisis across this airport. And so that strong open for this meeting elevates the importance of what you're talking about and gets everybody engaged. So
Okay.
there are lots of ways to use this approach.
That's helpful.
Yeah,
Okay, thank you.
sure.